The finals.
Well, hello there. It's me, June. You've made quite the impression on our sponsors with your performance. They're asking you to sign a sponsorship deal. Pick one sponsor and support them all season long. Earn fans to unlock their exclusive gear. Gotta run. It's showtime.
The Vogues, the Jet Setters, and finally, the Powerhouses. The stage is set. It's showtime. In Quick Cash, it's all about the rush for riches. The team that gathers enough cash first wins the win.
Right you are, Scotty. Time to turn up the heat in this thrilling cash quest.
The Vogues are trying to leave their mark. They're unlocking Vault 1. Boy, oh boy, are we in for a treat today. Powerhouses swooped up a cash box.
We've hit our first team wipe, and it's a showstopper.
They've been wiped out.
Impressive steal by the Vogues. Impressive steal by the Jet Setters. The Powerhouses are re-engaging. Another misstep on the runway for the Vogues. Team wipe.
It seems they couldn't find their runway to success.
open the match. The Jet Setters land the first cash out.
And they stole that with confidence earlier.
Vogue's getting ready to pile into Vault 2.
Better not get caught lazing around. It's time for them to move those virtual feet or face the consequences thanks to a laser high above.
The Vogue swooped up a cash box. What a story twist! A cash box is now in the possession of the Jet Setters. Clear the runway. The Jet Setters have launched a cash out.
Back in play.
One of our contestants is having fun with our destructible environment today. The Vogues have returned to the arena.
Retaliation is building up. The powerhouses need to stay alert.
To our viewers at home. The Vogues, the Powerhouses, and finally, the Ultra Rares. The showdown starts now! Welcome to Quick Cash. Our contestants will need to gather the cash faster than the rest. If they hit the goal first, they can bask in glory.
That's right, Scotty. This is going to be a nail-biter.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the Ultra Rares. The Ultra Rares swooped up a cash box.
We've got our first elimination. Now the mind games and strategic plays will really start to take center stage.
This might get crazier than I expected.
A little crazy is good. Let's see how this unfolds. A devastating first team wipe just occurred. Got the cash box. Let's go.
The powerhouses got the cash box.
Enemy has the cash box. Going up there. Moving. Follow me. Going up plan.
The powerhouses have made their move. First cash out started.
Smoke grenade. Smoke. Now, watch close. Placing a turret. Drop the mine! Bring up! We'll remove.
The powerhouses will need to try again. Team wiped.
Find the mine! Do it,
In the match, the powerhouses land the first cash out.
They're flexing their strength and it's paying off.
Vault 2 is being uncorked by the powerhouses. The Vogues are back in vogue. Team respawn.
Target Vault 2!
Our orbital laser is on, and it's not a fan of loitering. All contestants standing still for too long will probably regret it.
Another stage dive for the Vogues, only no one caught them. Team wipe. Our orbital lasers event is still active, so our contestants need to keep moving to avoid going out like a light. The powerhouses are initiating a cash out. The Vogues have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
They'll be coming for payback. The ultra rares better stay alert.
Going for a steal on C now!
Will have to polish their strategy from the start. Team fight. The ultra rares are re-engaging.
Enthusiastic. The Vogues will want to stay clear of them or be ready to face the payback.
Turned up the amps to register an electrifying win. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. The Big Splash picked up a cash box. A contestant is dishing out some destruction. Good riddance. It's all action now. The Big Splash have started a cash out. The Boundless are re-entering the arena.
We could see a bit of tit for tat if they meet the big splash again. We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Add to their stash. Cash out complete.
Very impressive. They turned a steal into a cash out.
Enemy down there!
The Ultra Rares. Opening Vault 3. Adversity for the big splash. Wipeout.
No need for towels. They've been left high and dry. Are back in action.
Going for the revive!
They're back after that wipeout, and the Ultra Rares may be in their sights.
Okay, let's go!
The Ultra Rares set things in motion.
Reviving here! Thermal vision active.
We just passed the halfway point, and I'm really impressed with the team so far, June.
Keep your eyes glued on this epic battle.
Ouch! The Ultra Rares suffered a wipeout. Impressive steal by the Boundless, setting them on.
Notification for Plevins Gaston Pierre. Trophy earned. Press the PS button for details.
We're fastest to bank the funds, and we'll walk away victorious. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. the Socialites, the Kingfish, and finally, the Powerhouses. Let's hit the ground running. Vault 1 is being unsealed by the Kingfish.
Here we go, Scotty. The teams are getting to know each other out there. And by that I mean we have our first elimination.
Boy, oh boy, are we in for a treat today.
And that's just the start. First team wiping the back. It's a highlight.
The Socialites have returned to the arena. The Kingfish swooped up a cash box. The Kingfish make an early splash. First cash out started. Impressive steal by the Socialites. Guardian turret active. Socialites have been shown the door again with another team wipe.
Time to trade those party shoes for combat boots.
The Socialites are back in play. Impressive steal by the Kingfish.
Now that's how you play to win this game show.
In the match, the Kingfish land the first cash out.
They're definitely not flopping around out there.
The Socialites have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. The Kingfish are trying to rule the waters, unlocking Vault 2.
A contestant is on a roll, people. They're moving from one elimination to the next.
The Kingfish swims straight to the action. Cash out in progress. Third place. The Socialites are networking their way to success with a great steal.
That was so well played. Take that! They got me!
The Socialites have been wiped out again.
Yeah, that stings like being cut out of your friend's in.
The scales tipped in favor of the Kingfish in this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. The Boundless, and finally, the Vogues. All right, it's showtime, folks. Prepare for a whirlwind cash dash in Quick Cash. The team that secures a big enough stash first will triumph.
Right on the money, Scotty. Speed is key.
The High Notes are prying into Vault 1.
Contestant down, and with that we have our first There's our first team wipe, and it's not a pretty one.
The Boundless are back and ready to avenge that team wipe.
They'll be aiming for payback. As for the High Notes, better watch out.
A decisive move by the Vogues. First cash out started.
A contestant is really cutting through the competition.
Doing things up. Throwing two grenades. Loading a mine. Gas mine.
Watch out!
Impressive steal by the High Notes.
Left back.
Yikes! Team wipe for the Vogues.
I hope they aren't planning on making it a trend.
The Vogues are back. What a way to open the match. The High Notes land the first cash out.
The High Notes are working in harmony, making things difficult for their opponents. Cash on the move, let's go!
The Vogues swooped up a cash box. Left their stuff on the sidelines for a bit. Another team wipe.
That's not a trend that I recommend our contestants follow. Let's see how our contestants adapt to the sky being a threat now.
With our meteor showers event still active, our contestants are coping with the universe, throwing them a fiery curveball or 12. The High Notes are re-entering the arena. Nice play by the Boundless, kicking off the cash out.
We've reached the end of this game show event.
Hitting a note of success, the High Notes just stole a cash out.
thinking if I were them.
Whoa, June, are we starting a comedy duo? Because I'm feeling it. And with that, we'll see you next time at the finals. What a way to open the match. The Mighty land the first cash out. Pushing into Vault 2, it's the Mighty. The Mighty swooped up a cash box. Cash box snagged by the powerhouses. Let's see if they take it to a cash out station. The Mighty are back in action!
Time to plot their comeback. The powerhouses better watch out.
The Jet Setters have been grounded once again with a team wipe. Jet Setters just swooped in and stole the The Jet Setters are cleared for victory. Cash out complete.
The Jet Setters sure look like they get situations like this. Great teamwork.
The Jet Setters cruise has been cut short again. Team down.
Yep, they're out of fuel for now.
Ha! June, you're bringing the A game today. The Jet Setters are re-engaging. A knock at the door of Vault 3 from the Mighty.
Cash box!
The Jet Setters swooped up the cash box. A cash box is now with the powerhouses, folks. Things sure change quickly around here. The Jet Setters grabbed a cash box. The first half set the stage. Now let's see the second unfold.
You can feel the momentum shifting with every play, Scotty.
Strong moves from the Mighty as they set things in motion.
Placing a turret!
Impressive steal by the powerhouses.
Wow, that was a bold play. Vincent is collecting eliminations one after another.
Neck and neck with an equal cash score for all teams. I can't wait to see how this unfolds. A vault just spawned. Let's see who takes a crack at it first. The mighty are unlocking Vault 4. The Jet Setters swooped up a cash box. The Jet Setters are in the air. Cash out started.
Guardian turret active.
We didn't translate the rules into whatever language these folks speak, so expect some major infractions.
Impressive steal by the mighty.
Someone called for a doctor?
Back in action. Turret left.
Things are rarely normal in the arena, but this time I can confirm that things are still paranormal. Our alien invasion event is still active. Just 1 minute remaining.
Every second counts.
A setback for the powerhouses. They're down again.
They've been knocked down to their foundation.
The powerhouses just respawned in full strength. We still have 30 seconds remaining.
Concentration is key in these final moments.
A strong offensive push for the mighty as they steal a cash out. We'll see you next time at the finals. The Socialites, the Live Wires, and finally, the Ultra Rares. Get ready for a wild ride. Get ready for a mad cash chase to the magic number. Let's watch our contestants hustle, gather, and triumph in quick cash.
It's all about who can keep their cool in this high-pressure situation, Scotty.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the socialites.
That's our first elimination. Our contestants clearly mean business today, Scotty.
This is what it's all about, partner.
Couldn't agree more, Scotty.
The socialites swooped up the cash box. The ultra rare swooped up the cash box.
Using defense.
The live wire swooped up a cash box.
The first team wipe is in, and the arena is buzzing.
We've got the ultra rares returning to the arena.
Time for a little revenge. The socialites better be prepared.
First cash out started by the live
Cooper Steel
wires.
on B.
A contestant is weaving through opponents.
I guess that cash out isn't going anywhere. Nice anti-theft play.
Isaac Newton would not be happy with this. Everything from contestants to grenades are going to move differently.
Flashback! Flash! Deploying turret!
Way to open the match. The live wires land the first cash out.
Really showcasing their capacity.
The socialites will need to reboot. Team wipe. The socialites are re-entering the arena.
Let's hope they don't get caught in a dangerous spot again.
The socialites are dazzling the crowd. They're opening Vault 2. The socialites got hold of a cash box. The socialites are out of favor again as another team wipe hits home.
That's not how you should RSVP to a party, Scotty.
June, where do you get all this material from?
Taking damage.
Cash out launched by the live wires. Watch closely.
A contestant has hit a streak, eliminating opponents one by one.
It's a rough round for the socialites. Team wiped.
They were hoping to go viral, but they've been routed instead.
Hey, let me do those jokes. You're stealing my thunder.
Frag grenades!
Toxic trap!
The socialites. The jet setters. The high notes. And they are off.
It's time.
It's all about money, speed, and strategy in Quick Cash. The team to bank enough cash the quickest will seize the day.
Exactly, Scotty. Let's see who rises to the occasion.
The jet setters are trying to book a ticket to fame.
There's no turning back now. Kick the match into high gear.
This might get crazier than I expected.
A little crazy is good. Let's see how this unfolds.
My bad. I had this up. Now what's that deal we got?
Setters swooped up a cash box.
Talk to the advisor, chicken.
The first team wipe has happened. That's gotta hurt.
Let's go.
We've got the socialites. The jet setters waste no time. They've begun the match's first cash out. Fantastic steal by the socialites.
Special delivery. What a pass!
Fantastic steal by the high notes.
Aggressive and impressive.
The jet setters will need to try again. Team white.
Grenade out. Team white.
We've got the jet setters returning to the arena. Great move there by the socialites, stealing that cash out.
But will there be consequences, Scotty?
Fantastic steal by the jet setters. Our first cash out goes to the jet setters. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
Sticking together as a team, propelling each other closer to success. It's nice to see.
The
The moment I shot there, I'm dead.
team white.
They lost their rhythm and they paid for it.
That was a keeper.
Better be ready.
Great line out.
The high grenade flying into vault 2.
Guardians active.
The jet setters grab the cash box. The socialites kick things off with precision. Cash out initiated. Another falter for the high notes, folks. They'll have to start again.
They were out of tune with success, Scotty.
Let's stop. Let's get this. Come on.
The high notes are back on the scene.
Time for some revenge. The jet setters better be ready.
Why is it shooting at me?
Teamwork. They really need to turn that, Scotty.
The socialites confidence pays off. Cash out your head. The jet setters are going to the arena.
Be on the lookout.
The high notes are prying into Vault 3.
This
And I'm
is
really impressed with the team. Why is hiding?
The performance is off key again. The high notes just made their return to the arena. Making it look easy, the socialites start a cash out. Great move there by the jet setters, stealing that cash out.
That was unexpected.
Placing a turret! Special delivery!
The jet setters just buzzed the tower in the competition to log victory. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. The big splash, the shock and awe, and finally, the steamrollers. Let's get started. Quick cash. The team that is fastest to bank the funds claims the glory.
You're right, Scotty. Remember, folks, historically, it's been all about that fast start.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the steamrollers.
That's our first elimination, and if this is any indication, we're in for an epic high-octane round.
It's a test of nerves and skill from here.
A test they've all been training for. Let's see who truly stands out.
Go to cash out A!
Steamrollers take charge. First cash out triggered.
Throwing two grenades! Drop the mine! Frag incoming! Two grenades hit! Doing things up! Watch out! There! Threat detected!
The first team wipes has dropped and it's moving on.
Quick reflexes after an attempted cash out heist. Nice interception.
Two grenade out! Back in play!
The shotgun are back. What a way to open the match. The big splash land the first cash out.
Putting their full potential on display here.
Open vault 2!
The Shock and Awe are examining the contents of Vault 2.
Frag out!
The Shock and Awe picked up a cash box.
Enemy spotted! Down there!
The Shock and Awe are making waves as they gain ground.
Moving! Explosive mine arms! Going for a steal on C, now! Let's go over there!
Impressive steal by the Steamrollers.
A move that definitely sets the stakes higher.
Rotten luck for the Shock and Awe. Another team wipe.
Threat detected! Initiate!
The Shock and Awe have taken up arms and are charging back into the arena. Team respawn. this will play out.
I can feel the energy in the air, Scotty. This is going to be unforgettable.
The steamrollers swooped up a cash box.
Scanning that area! Enemy down! Okay, let's go! Reloading! Using hunter grenade! Haha! Swooped up a cash. What less to worry about? Go after cash box 3! Cash crack! Get to cover! Relocating! Moving, follow me! Relocating! Reloading! Moving! Go to cash out station D! Watch out, over here! Going up there! Cash out B, let's move!
The shock and awe got the cash box.
Move to cash out
The shock
station
and
B.
awe have commenced a cash out. The shock and awe find themselves on the receiving end of a wipeout again.
That'll be a shock to their system.
Keep your eyes on the steamrollers. What a steal.
Mind the line! Gas mine set!
The shock and awe just made their return to the arena.
Retaliation is coming. Steamrollers need to stay on track.
Enemy spotted! Down there! Front grenade set!
teams. This is where legends are made. The Steamrollers get flattened once more. Bad luck.
Move out!
They were on the wrong side of that leveling.
The Steamrollers are unlocking Vault 4.
Dangerous cast
Well, this is quite a surprise. Our game show event has transformed the arena into an arcade-like battleground
The Shock and Awe swooped up a cash box.
reloading! Damn it!
The skies are still filled with these feisty critters in this unexpected game show event.
I'm going down there!
We're heading into overtime. Who will walk away with the victory?
It's all speed and precision as the Shock and Awe take charge.
Toss the frag!
Kingfish, the Socialites, and finally, the Tough Shells. And the doors are open. Go, go, go!
Reloading!
Welcome to the fast world of Quick Cash, the first team to hit the targeted total claims victory.
Scotty's hit the nail on the head. The big cash chase is on. The first elimination is official, and with that, every contender now knows the score is serious.
Get ready for some heart-pounding action.
What was his beat?
The Socialites are in the limelight, unlocking Vault 1. The Socialites grabbed a cash box. A cash box has a new owner in the Tough Shells. Let's see how they use this opportunity. The Tough Shells have kicked off the action. First cash out is active.
Target turret out! Good grenade out! Doing things up! Gas mine time! Good grenade out! Reloading! One less enemy! Got me!
That's our first team wipe, marking a pivotal moment.
The Kingfish has returned to the arena.
Retaliation is about to hit hard. The Tough Shells need to get fortified.
The Socialites just stole a cash out, leaving their opponents out of the loop. What a way to open the match. First cash out.
Now that's how to make an entrance.
Setting a mine.
Being struck by lightning is so old school. Here in our arena, contestants that fail to keep moving will be struck from above by a laser beam.
The Socialites are making an entrance, unlocking Vault 2.
Throwing fire! Toxic gas out!
The Socialites swooped up a cash box.
Frag grenade out!
The Tough Shells will need to try again. Team White. Cash out set in motion by the Kingfish. The Tough Shells have returned to the arena.
I recognize that bunch. They have a bone to pick with the Kingfish. We've reached the end of this game show event.
Deploying turret!
Reloading! A contestant is finding their rhythm, stringing together one elimination after another.
Frag out!
Tough break for our Tough Shells as they suffer another team wipe. The Tough Shells are coming back out of their shells. Team respawn.
Things could get dicey if they cross paths with the Kingfish again.
The Socialites are prioritizing victory over mingling. Great steal.
Remember, that's illegal in many jurisdictions. Not here.
The Kingfish just seems to cash out with authority.
Some skill play can change the game.
Dead in its tracks by a contestant. That's how you do it. A royal feast of rewards for the Kingfish. Cash out complete.
A flawless steal led to a big payout. Reloading!
The Socialites are dazzling the crowd. They're opening Vault 3.
Enemy down!
The Socialites grabbed a cash box. As we pass the halfway point of the match, you could cut the tension with a knife, or an assassin's dagger, or a cheese slicer.
This is intense!
Tough plays from the Tough Shells. Cash out underway.
Deploying turret! Gas mine on! Arming a mine!
Hold on to your respawn credits!
I'm back! Throwing some goo!
Kingfish just got hit by another wave. Misfortune loves a target.
They just
Going
couldn't
to
swim
surprise.
away from that one.
The socialites mixed polished strategy with high society pace to grab the win. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. The Boundless, the Kingfish, and finally, the High Notes. All right, let's see who wants it more. Let's go! We're playing Quick Cash, where the quickest team to collect the quantity that we're looking for claims the day.
Scotty's called it. Time to see who has the speed and the strategy.
The High Notes are squeezing into Vault 1.
Throwing 2 grenades.
Our teams have really come out swinging
Doing
today,
things up.
and now we've got our first elimination.
It's a test of nerves and skill from here.
A test they've all been training for. Let's see who truly stands out.
The High Notes swooped up a cash box.
Ready to detonate! I have a cash box! Let's do it! Using a flashbang!
And there we go. First team wipe on the board.
Have finally run into an obstacle. They've been wiped.
The Boundless are back. Team respawn.
Let's see if they can keep themselves safe from environmental hazards this time around.
Get down!
A decisive move by the High Notes. They've initiated the first cash out.
Turret deployed! Grenade set! Doing things up! Toxic trap set! What a gas!
Another fall seems the hurdles just keep coming for the Boundless.
They're in a bind now, Scotty.
The Boundless are back in action. Denied. A contestant successfully started blocking the steal.
Active and will punish any contestants who are standing still. Chop chop.
Fantastic steal by the Kingfish.
Gotta reload.
Our contestants need to stay light on their feet to avoid attracting some unwanted attention, as our Orbital Lasers event is still active. Steal attempt gone bust. That contestant wasn't letting their cash slip away. Our first cash out goes to the Kingfish. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
They stole it fair and square. All perfectly legal here at the finals.
Vault 2 is being opened, courtesy of the Boundless. The Boundless picked up a cash box.
We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Endless possibilities ahead as the Boundless have started a cash out. just hit a brick wall. That cash out isn't going anywhere.
What the fuck is this guy doing?
Eliminations are piling up for a contestant out there. Let's see how far they can take it.
The Boundless can't seem to catch their stride. They're down again. Great move there by the Rhinos, stealing that cash out.
Will they make this a spree, I wonder?
The Boundless are back.
Back in play. Gas mine deployed. Find the mine. Who's taking it? Who's grenade out?
Excellent move with money to beat. It's a cash out for the High Notes.
And it was all made possible by a well-timed steal.
Halftime. The tension is rising by the minute.
Sending a frag.
Right you are, Scotty. Anything can happen in an instant.
One down.
Taking damage. Reloading. One left to worry about.
A bit of a recurring nightmare for the Boundless. Another wipe.
Looks like they just hit the ceiling.
I'm reloading. Throwing fire.
Gotta reload.
The Boundless are back in the arena, folks.
After that earlier altercation, the Hunters should probably stay on high alert.
The Kingfish grabbed the cash box. The Boundless are making moves. Cash out started.
This is the thing to blow the
Charge planted.
The High Notes will need to come back from that wipeout.
Not exactly a resonating success this time.
We've got the Boundless returning to the arena.
Time to roll in some revenge. The Kingfish better be prepared.
Attack!
That's a wrap, folks. The Kingfish reeled in victory. On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. Here we go! The Tough Shells, the Powerhouses, and finally, the Overdogs. Unleash our contestants! Get ready for the ultimate cash crunch. The first team to hit that magic number will claim victory.
Absolutely, Scotty. Time for our contestants to prove their mettle.
Vault 1 is being unlocked by the Tough Shells. The Powerhouses have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back.
Time for some revenge. The Overdogs better be ready for a fight.
The Overdogs have made the opening move. First cash out underway.
Yes, Mike. Throwing through. School grenade set. Turret plate. Throwing frag.
One more like that and we're hitting the comedy club circuit.
Throwing grenade! Grenade out! Reloading! Yeah! Got him!
What a way to open the match. The Overdogs land the first cash out. The Tough Shells cracked once more, folks. Team wipe.
Let's go for Vault 2!
The Tough Shells
Fired up. If I were the Overdogs, I'd be watching my back.
The powerhouses are strong-arming Vault 2.
Looks like the laws of gravity are taking a coffee break in the arena. Contestants should expect a bit of a floating feeling.
Reloading! I've got a cash box!
The Overdogs swooped up a cash box.
Cash box picked up!
A cash box finds a new home with the shock and awe. What a twist in the match. The Tough Shells picked up a cash box.
We've reached the end of this game show event.
Go, man.
A contestant is moving from elimination to elimination.
The Overdogs swooped up a cash box. Another team wipe for the Overdogs. They're off their game today. A swift steal in a cash box captured by the Tough Shells. The Overdogs have returned to the arena. cash box. The overdogs are going for it. Cash out initiated.
Turret deployed. Moving things up. Throwing two grenades. Gas mine on. Arming a mine.
Halfway in, but the drama has been non-stop.
Every second feels like a lifetime, Scotty, and I love it.
I'll get you back on your feet. Back in action. Toxic transfer.
The overdogs lived up to their name in this match. Hot dog! On behalf of all of us here at the finals, thanks for watching. Close, but no cigar. A contestant swooped in to prevent that cash-out steal.
The match has its first team wipe, and it's one for the books.
The exits are here, and here. Team white.
The Jet Setters are playing for keeps. They've snagged the match's first cash-out.
Life in the fast lane, Scotty. What a ride.
The Boundless have respawned. Jet Setters take flight.
Frag grenade out.
Prepare for a tumultuous turn of fortune as we take the arena to new extremes.
The Boundless smacked the wall again with another wipeout. Bad luck!
They wanted to bound ahead, but it seems they've tripped on a hurdle.
The Tough Shells have commenced a cash out. The Boundless have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. The Boundless push boundaries and
A contestant's elimination streak is heating up and showing no signs of cooling down.
Jump pad here.
back for more action are the Boundless. They'll be looking to remind the fans of their infinite talent.
Back from that hard exit and ready to rock. The Tough Shells need to look out. And that's the end of the Mega Damage event.
Frag grenade sent.
No way, not today. A daring cash-out steal, foiled at the last second. Turbulence troubles for the Jet Setters once more. Team wipe.
I'm sure that's not the kind of flight path they had in mind.
The Tough Shells are re-entering the arena.
Opportunity for retaliation, I say. Will it be backlash for the Boundless?
The Boundless completed a cash-out.
All a result of a beautifully set up steal.
Back in action.
There's a fresh vault up for grabs. The tension is rising.
Incoming frag. Throwing the frag. Cash box.
The Boundless got the cap.
We've got a cash box now. Move the cash. Enemy shot. Reloading.
Destruction and mayhem characterize the first half of this match. I can't wait for what comes next.
The teams need to maintain their focus if they want to come to the top.
Another fall seems the hurdles just keep coming for the Boundless.
They're a tad less boundless after that.
The Tough Shells start a cash out.
Spotted an enemy. Moving things up. Moving things up.
steal by the Boundless. Impressive steal by the Tough Shells.
Risky moves reap rewards.
Current plate!
A bit of a recurring nightmare for the Boundless. Another wipe.
That's right, I guess they have limits after all.
The Jet Setters have landed a smooth victory in this match. Thanks again to our sponsors and to our viewers at home. The Shock and Awe, the Socialites, and finally, the Tough Shells. The arena's calling.
Did you catch that, Scotty? The first elimination and the tension is palpable.
Peace time is over, folks.
Absolutely, the real game begins now. Everyone.
The Socialites picked up a cash box. The Socialites have opened the round strong. First cash out started.
Enemy got me. First team wipe, and it's shaking things up.
with success. The socialites just stole a cash out. Our first cash out goes to the socialites. Let's see whether they can keep that momentum going.
The socialites' cooperative spirit is shining brightly. Time for our contestants to keep moving as our lasers dish out some serious damage to anyone standing still.
The tough shells break through, opening Vault 2. The shock and awe swooped up a cash box. Shucks, another raw deal for the tough shells. They'll be back though.
Somebody just soften them up, Scotty.
Ha! Wow, June, loved that one. The tough shells are re-engaging.
Let's hope they can avoid any awkward moments this time.
The socialites swooped up a cash box.
Reloading!
We're at the end of this game show event. What a spectacle!
Cash out set in motion by the socialites.
I'm going down there!
The Boundless grabbed a cash box. We've got the Kingfish returning to the arena. First cash out underway. The Boundless kick things off.
Guardian turret activated.
This is it, the first team wipe of the round.
The Kingfish have respawned. Let's see how they bounce back. Should open a can of worms here with a great steal.
Gas mine throw.
The Boundless will need to reboot. Team wiped.
Hopefully they're not reboundless, Scotty.
The Boundless are rejoining the match.
Who's ready to taste payback? Looks like the Ultra Rares could be up next.
The Kingfish are playing for keeps. They've snagged the match's first cash out.
No hesitation, they're scooping up every advantage. Our contestants better not drift off or start daydreaming, or they'll be brought back to reality with a shock, thanks to a sky laser.
The Boundless are opening Vault 2. I'm sure our contestants would like to pause and catch their breath, but we aren't done with our Orbital Lasers event yet. The Ultra Rares got the cash box. Alas, the Ultra Rares have been wiped out. The Boundless are back in play.
Retaliation is on its way. The Kingfish should be on the lookout.
Cash out launched by the Kingfish.
Mind the
They're in their element now.
New grenade out. Gooing things up. Deploying turret.
A contestant
narrowly defended their cash out from being stolen. Sweet.
Gas mine time. Setting a mine. Goo grenade out! Let's go! Tossing a frag!
Impressive steal by the Ultra Rares.
Definitely not a defensive strategy.
Reloading!
The Kingfish have netted themselves the victory. We'll see you next time at the finals.
Control. PS5. The finals.